Oh, look at that. It's a Parts Unlimited chair.
Oh, there you go.
It's a Parts Unlimited chair.
Oh.
Aren't you thrilled by that?
Extremely thrilled.
I'm handing this off now
Okay.
to my designated camera human being. I'm not really sure whether you're supposed to say camera woman, cameraman, or camera person. What do you think, Todd?
I'd say camera person. I don't know. It's a cameraman.
Camera person with those tits?
Nah,
I mean, seriously. Anyway, hey, it's Harry. Well, you know. It's Harry George from the Harry George and the Usual Suspects show. Now, we are at the Biketown Brewery Tap House. We're here because a good friend of ours from Buckeye Lake, which is where we're getting ready to take off to, who has a little brewery down there, was in the neighborhood and decided to stop by and take a look at the setup that we have here. So what do you think, bro? By the way, his name is Kyle.
That is correct.
Kyle, what's the name of your brewery?
Buckeye Lake Brewery. Yes. Very official. So yeah,
I feel like a really bad version of the Three Stooges.
Oh, there's one.
Minus one.
And three.
Hold on,
I'm holding the camera.
Well, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your establishment.
So we opened in February of 2012. We started off with 2 fermenters. We're a 7-barrel system. And to this date now, we brew about 1,000 barrels a year.
1,000 barrels a year.
Yep. We just upped that to where we able to do 1,200 here.
Now, see, I have to admit to you, I'm an avid consumer of the product in the respect of craft beers. I love craft beers because it brings so much of the heart and the soul into what something should be. It doesn't taste like soda pop.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, but I don't really understand the actual process. Now, I have a good friend, Larry. Come here, man. Now,
come on in.
Now, for those of you who are watching, this is our good friend Larry. He runs Brewhouse, and he had, these two have lots and lots in common. And I'm going to let him explain to him, so he can explain to me later, so I don't stand here and look completely dumb like the blonde holding the camera.
I'm a redhead.
So you say you make 7 what?
We have a 7-barrel system.
7-barrel system.
But we brew double batches because we have 15-barrel fermenters. Like I was saying, when we first opened up, we only had 2 fermenters, and that has grown and grown to now where we brew about 1,000 barrels a year.
So this works out to about what?
Well, barrels 31 gallons.
31 gallons. So he's pumping out a little bit more than the basic system we have up there.
He's pumping out a lot more.
And how long did it take you to get that type of success?
It's taken 6 years. I mean,
still in the same location, or
slightly. So when we first opened, the Brewhouse was actually in the tap room.
Okay.
So you could see it right there, and then we had to move because we grew too large for that, and then we had to move again to a larger facility because we had surpassed that as well. So the thing with us is that we started bottling and selling in stores.
Okay, so then
that is where
that's what I was going to ask, because I mean, Larry himself is starting to get into that market pretty heavy right now around here. And it's interesting to note to me, how quickly your product becomes something, oh my God, this stuff's fantastic. Why have I never tasted it? And the basic truth is very few people seem to search out for the flavors.
We're really fortunate down at Buckeye Lake for the Columbus Ale Trail, which is basically like a bourbon trail but for beer. So you get people from all over that are doing this trail and going to different breweries, and then once people experience beer like this in this craft world, they want to try other options and try different beers. And every IPA is different, every blonde is different. So that's kind of the thing is that
I'm not a big fan of it. I tend towards, as Larry's well on my proclivity, I tend towards the porters and stouts, the natures of the darker, more hopped out, serious, kick-ass roasted taste. He currently features a really wonderful coffee, and you said you yourself are now doing coffee as well.
Yeah, we have a coffee stout on right now.
Is this a ground or a pressed?
So it's a ground coffee that is supplied by a local supplier, and we bring it in. Basically, you have your oatmeal stout, and we infuse that with the coffee, and that's it.
What's your length of brew time? Let's say, okay, you've conceived of a new flavor.
Yeah.
Actually, we're working on a couple of things between the two of us. You conceived of a new flavor, and the idea went flash. How long usually from flash to I think I'll have another drink?
It usually, for our beers, we do mostly ales, so it takes about 2 to 3 weeks for that process to go through. Now, if we develop a new recipe, then that can take some time just to get it right. But from start to finish, of going into the mash tun and your kettle and into the brewers, it takes about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
What do you push it to when you're making your beer?
I personally don't do the brewing. So
okay.
our brewing is, I've helped with things, but I personally don't do that. I mainly run the tap room, run the administrative side of things. And those guys aren't doing
The numbers cruncher.
So I can't personally speak for that, but I've been there for the process and helped out along the way with certain things.
It's an interesting, and I've had some wonderful conversations with Larry since he's gotten into it. And again, as I tell you, for years I never drank beer. I didn't drink beer because I don't like soda pop. And most American beers suffer from that serious soda pop syndrome. But when you find somebody who put the time and the energy, I mean, like in Larry's case, and I'm not trying to, whatever. In Larry's case, he spent a lot of time on the family farm with farm ingredients, working on getting these recipes where they need to be. I'll assume that it's very similar. I mean, you're down there, you've got a real influx, outflux, you've got a real transient crowd. So trying to get a read on something like that, how hard is it to do something like that?
Well, one of the most fun things that I have at the brewery is introducing people to my beer. So when someone comes in, we get a lot of people, especially in that area, that like, Budweiser, or had never tried an Irish red, or never done a stout or a porter. And some people are afraid of color. The thing is that you have to get them past that and show them that there's more to that world than just what you're seeing in stores, So, if someone comes in and likes a Budweiser, I might recommend a blonde. And then once they're like, wow, that's pretty good, it's like, well, hey, you like that, you should try this. And you kind of bump them up to that next step, which in my case would be an Irish red. It's a little maltier, but not, ours isn't a super heavy beer, where someone can enjoy it and be like, wow, I see
So
the
you
difference.
actually avail yourself of the educational opportunities as well.
Absolutely. And I think that's what helps grow craft beer as a whole, is educating people on it, showing them something to where they might go to another brewery and be like, oh, I've had an Irish, or I've got to that point, they'll try something different. And that's, for me, I used to not be into the IPAs. And then I kind of got into pale ales, and that really introduced me to that. And then I got a taste for IPAs, and then double IPAs. And then I go back to stouts and porters because I'm hopped out. Sometimes you want a light beer, so you go to a lighter style.
I just drink beers.
So for my personal experience, the best part is showing somebody something. And sometimes I'll have people close their eyes, and I'll just explain, what to look for in the beer, and kind of have them visualize it without seeing it, because these dark beers are intimidating to some people, where when they try it, they're like, wow, that's got a great flavor, and they can appreciate the flavor for what it is, rather than what it looks like, and be like, I don't drink dark beer, so I won't try that. Kind of pushing their boundaries a little bit.
So considering the fact that you are in a, for want of a better term, playground type territory, basically a two-season stops with some small amount of wintertime, do you have a more difficult time with the crowds as the season passed, or do you find winter and that early springtime to be really sort of, oh my God, somebody walked through the damn door?
There are times during the winter for the tap room that we slow down, but as I said, with the stores, we're selling in stores and doing the bottling, we're not selling beer in the tap room, we're selling beer somewhere else. And we also sell kegs to different restaurants and other locations, tap rooms. There's Daily Growler, Saber Growler, all these growler filling places. You can just go in, fill your growler, and go home. So even if we have some slow moments at the tap room, we're always selling beer somewhere.
Once again, where's this located?
This is in Buckeye Lake, Ohio. It's right off of Route 70 on
Street.
Walnut Road. 5176 Walnut Road, Suite A.
And your hours are?
Hours are 4 to 10 p.m. during the week, noon to 11 most weeks.
Pleasure to have you.
Hey, Gary, thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
What do you think, my friend? What do you think?
It's got an awesome place. I was there.
Oh, well, thanks for coming. I'm excited to be here and check out. Thanks for having us here.
You listen to the Harry George and the Usual Suspect Show. We're on the road to Buckeye Lake, but we're going to start our asses out in Austintown. We're else, of course, at a brewery. Because, let's face it, we don't go anywhere sober. We'll be back throughout the weekend. In the meantime, say hi to my camera girl who's right back there. We love you. Peace. We're out.